My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. There we go. It's 8. So the Ascension mode is Elite spawn more often, normal enemies are deadlier, elites are deadlier, bosses are deadlier, heal less after boss battles, start each one damage, normal enemies are tougher, elites are tougher, and what's our opening? Garbage. Garbage by and large. There's a possibility we get to snipe this elite. That would be, this is a fight, not fight, elite. So 20%, 30%. This is the rough mathematics that I have heard, is that your question mark encounters are 20% by base to be an encounter, that is to say a fight. And then every single time you go to a question mark that is not a fight, your next one increases by 10. So 20%, 30%. I don't really know if I want to even run that though. Okay. Alright, we'll risk it. Whoa! Damn, we're powerful. Killed him in a single hit. I'm gonna take a sweeping beam as value pick. Oh, single hit again. Wisdom potion, beam cell, rebound, and barrage. I'm gonna take none of those because I really haven't defined my run yet. Recursion Nova. I mean, if I could take Nova, I would probably take Nova. I hate when this happens. When you've got a build, but you just don't really know what to do with it. Like, I kind of want to go zero cost, in which case I should have go for the eyes on the first one, beam cell on the second one, and then I would go Mind Blast here. Or Hologram. Alright. I really have to hope my next 2 spaces are not fights. Move a card from my deck? Sure. Alright, it wasn't a fight. Cool, so now I get to snipe an elite. Boom. And shovel, you can add deep loot rest sites. Cool. That's going to help us define our run. Probably still going to take none of those. There's all for one. Yeah, if I'd saved my money, it would totally be a zero cost build. Frozen Egg, whenever you add a power card to your deck, it is upgraded. Alright, well, it's power run. Ollie Smooth Stone, start each combat with 1 dex. I mean, I just want to go to the places that have more rest sites. This also has an elite. I can probably take out the elite, to be honest. Yeah. Emotion Ship. If you took any damage last turn, trigger the passive ability of all of your orbs. Sure. Actually going to use, like, straight up all of my potions here, because this is the worst case scenario, the Gremlin Knob. It is extremely the worst case scenario, in fact, for us. Ouch. And murder time. Beautiful. Bag of marbles at the start of each combat. Apply 1 vulnerability to all enemies. Well, that starts tugging me in a different direction. I will take the auto shields here as a defensive. Pickup, that is. Defensive pickup. Steroid potions, self-repair Tempest. Well, Tempest is really good. Take the self-repair, though. Tiny chest, gain 30 gold, you're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. We are being pulled in so many different directions right now, and it's a wee bit of a problem. So I take 30 damage here. 30 damage, wow. 3 damage here. But I set myself up to heal 10 at the end. Beautiful. So we could go more aggressive. We could go less aggressive. That's electrodynamics. Lightning now hits all enemies. If there's no enemy, lightning strikes twice. So now we just want to get lightning out as fast as we can. Speaking of getting lightning out as fast as we can, we want to Smith Zap so that we can play it. That's right. Instead of digging, we're going to Smith the Zap there. You'll see. It'll come in handy. There was a consideration of playing Steroid Potion there for an extra 15 damage. I figured this might happen. That I was going to get hit, but it's really not that big of an issue. Enemy is going to split this turn because we deal each of these twice. So if the enemy's going to split this turn, we want to make them split by as much as we possibly can. So we strike them twice there. Dual Cast is going to evoke the front orb 4 times. Oh, no, of course, because now there's 2 enemies, so it actually evokes them... Well, I mean, it does evoke them 4 times, but it splits the damage, right? Okay, I need to be able to defend more than aggress here, so we'll start killing the frontliner. 30 incoming damage, yay. Alright, well, the frontliners are dead there. Cool. Everyone except for the hard backliner is dead. That is the power of electrodynamics. That's something I wanted to demonstrate last run, but didn't really get an opportunity to. Buffer. It's 1000% buffer. Multicast Meteor Strike. Am I right? Is it buffer? Yeah, it's buffer. We definitely need Storm in this build. Ah, this is rough. Because Ectoplasm is not equally negative to all builds. To a power-based build that is exclusively searching for powers, right? Because I deal all of my damage by playing powers in this build. It's worse because I can guarantee that I pick up a power that will be upgraded from every shop because there's always a power available in the shop. I think I end up taking Philosopher's Stone. I'm not happy about it, but I think I do. It's going to make it difficult for us to stabilize in the early game. In the early part of each fight, but I think it's pretty important that I go for something like that. Oh, there is a perfect path here where I can avoid all elites. Ah! Worst opening. Not good. This prevents 6 damage just playing buffer, by the way. So playing a single block prevents 6 damage. Ow. It's extraordinarily rough that you can have this fight directly after spawning onto this map. You're dead. I'll just defend as best I can against the backliner. Ugh. Okay. Well, that was fun. Ancient Potion, as well as a whole pile of emptiness. I gotta be honest, I'm actually looking at throwing away either Sweeping Beam or Auto Shields. Auto Shields, I think, is actually way too necessary because we have the Oddly Smooth Stone and we need something to keep us alive while we do things, but Sweeping Beam is going to be 5 HP. Defrag's really good. Focus Potion, Strength Potion. We'll definitely take Defrag. I'm considering removing another card from my deck. Yeah. We need more lightning generation. We need Storm. Okay, another 14 blocked by this hit. Nice. Whee! Alright. Dual cast to deal approximately 1 trillion damage. So we're going to deal 20... Oh. Only just realized that I'm hard playing that hand anyway. Dual cast. Alright, at the very least, we've got that self-repair consistently healing us. We'll take the white noise. Let's definitely remove here. Mercury Hourglass, at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. I'm digging especially because if I happen to dig into... I'm not going to dual cast before I have my electrodynamics out. If I happen to I should have used Ancient Potion. I only just remembered that. Would have been a lot of block for us. If I happen to dig into either Mummified Hand or the Bird-Faced Urn, then we win. And nothing can ever happen to us there. Tempest would also actually be a really good pickup at this point. It's just about getting some lightning generation out on the board. Y'all can attack me all you want. It won't affect me. Loot would be a great pickup as well. Heat sinks. Whenever you play a power, draw 2 cards. We're taking it, but I'm not happy with it. Prayer Wheel, non-boss chest now also contain cards, unless that means that I now pick up a nope. Very important card, then I don't particularly find that appealing. Our build just needs time to set up. I don't like it, but I'm taking it. That is to say, I don't like that I am taking it. Not that I don't like it at all. I do actually have some newfound, admittedly, respect for that, but... That is to say, some newfound respect for the apparitions. In fact, I think I did muse quite some time ago about how they might be useful in a defect build, but I was phrasing it along the lines of, I mean, I guess in this wacky and wild circumstance where you have a bunch of powers and you need time to set up, then maybe it's good in that build. But it is definitely good in that build. Double energy is slightly more powerful now, because we have a lot of high-cost cards and we have a ridiculous amount of draw courtesy of the heat sinks. Molten Egg, whenever you have an attack card to your deck, it is upgraded. That's very unlikely to trigger. Alright, let's use a artifacting potion here, because most things are going to be made more expensive for me by confusion. Okay. Am I drawing anything additional? No, not whatsoever. It's Apparition, Defrag, and... Actually, it didn't need to be Apparition, because I was preventing the hit with Buffer anyway. That's my bad. That said, I'm not preventing this hit with Buffer. Double self-repair. Zap. Alright. Can't take Hyper Beam. It does come pre-upgraded, but it completely invalidates our whole build except for itself. Which is, you know, a bit much. All right, this is the perfect situation because now I've got heat sinks allowing me to draw all over the top. Beautiful. I'm not artifacted, unfortunately, so I am going to be filling my deck with Dazed. Yeah, I want to keep my artifacting for next turn, even at the cost of putting another Dazed in my deck. Yeah, because I was imagining they're probably both going to attack that turn, and turns out I was right. And... beautiful. Essence of Steel gained 4 plated armor, as well as a lot of empty space. Gear? Gear? Damn it, I've got to reread the pronunciation guide for that. I was apparently quite close, but I was a little bit off in the splitting of the syllables. You can now gain strength at rest sites. That's extremely unlikely to be a thing that we do. Well, that's a problem. Couldn't play the Apparition there because, I mean, if I played it, it would just waste over that turn. So not playing it is as effective. I definitely have to play Electrodynamics and Apparition here. I think I play Heatsink at the end of the turn. And I play Heatsink at the end of the turn because I already had my full complement of energy expenditure like accounted for. So I didn't want to draw a bunch of cards that I wanted to play and not be able to play them. So what did you take? You took Defragment and you took Apparition. You taking Apparition is actually really handy. You're basically holding that in escrow. I love it. Thank you. Now, I do have 2 charges of buffer currently on myself, which is actually really handy. I took that Apparition way too soon. My Lightning is about to deal a bunch of damage here. At the very least, I still have buffer, so this 60 damage is, well, 0. Unfortunately, the next time the enemy hits me, they are going to exhaust my buffer as well as a lot of my HP. You have to rest next turn, right? I think I can get out of this fight without playing any potions. I think trying to do that is probably dumb and a little bit cocky. Let's not do that. Alright, we were fine. I didn't need to play that potion, but better safe than sound. Ooh, Essence of Steel. I probably would have ended up dropping that same potion in order to pick up Essence of Steel. We'll definitely take Amplify here. Your next power is played twice. We don't have the ability to generate a ridiculous... no powers. Oh, maybe. We don't have the ability to generate a ridiculous amount of powers, so we don't have like creative AI or anything like that that will enable Amplify to consistently be powerful even after I've already played all my powers. But that's okay. You know what? I'm actually going to take Ori just so that I can try and pick up some more powers, especially Storm. Capacitor is interesting. Self-repair. White noise. Okay. We'll take white noise. We'll take self-repair. We'll take capacitor. I might actually end up skipping on all of these, though. There's a lot of AoE fights, rather, next floor. I could just take chill. My deck isn't particularly thick, so I can't really take, like, aggregate. Lock on. I mean, I usually target all enemies at the same time, so... Lock on's probably useless for me. I'll take chill, but I'm not going to take anything from the other pack offered. Okay, that's actually insane. Our final boss is not the power counter boss. That is to say, it's not the work block. I just want to get to this early shop, so... Ugh. Well, at the very least, I'm intangible for 3 turns here, so I've got time to set up. Whoa, you didn't die? Oh, no. Yeah, you didn't die. You should have died. Huh. Okay, we'll double energy, amplify, play heat sinks, and then heat sinks plays another heat sinks to draw, and now you can see why I'm doing this, right? Yeah. Alright. And that leaves us defended enough to now amplify buffer. Beautiful. Have them all get a bit of the business here. We desperately need Storm. Like, I'm amazed, kind of, quite frankly, that we've gotten this far without it. Beautiful. Swift Potion. Turbo is actually interesting. Again, for the same reason it was last run. Because once we have heat sinks played, we are generating a ridiculous amount of cards. Yeah, I'm taking it. I think instead of the Steroid Potion, Swift Potion is actually significantly better for us. It's not another self-repair. We don't even kill enemies during our turn often. I think I take Omamori card removal. Alright. I'm not particularly pleased with that either, actually. Just think it's kind of what I had to do. So I'm only currently buffering for 1 hit. That's fine. So I'm taking 11 damage here, but I'm healing 20 at the end of the fight. And since I took damage on that turn, I triggered the emotion chip, so I actually triggered all of my orbs again. Okay. Really need Storm, video game. It's actually kind of, you know, pretty imperative. Oh boy. Okay, I get to double my energy next turn and then start drawing a bunch of cards as well. Pretty happy about that. Double energy. Buffer. Capacitor. Zap. Alright, now everything dies. And we heal back to full HP. Alright, let's go to a rest site. These are the kinds of really annoying hands where I've got turbo and I've got double energy, but I have nothing I can do with it. Please give me heat sinks. No heat sinks. No heat sinks. That's really unfortunate. Alright, well, We'll play the double energy rather than the turbo. At the very least, I did get creative AI, which is a pretty good pickup for us. And we took a bit of damage this turn, so we're going to do a bunch of AoE in the next turn. I've got to figure out how an unupgraded electrodynamics actually stacks. That's pretty important to know. So this one is Electro, lightning hits all enemies if there's only one enemy, lightning hits twice. And then if I play another one, if there's only one enemy, lightning hits 3 times. Oh, okay, so it actually increases the modifier of the secondary. That's really interesting and kind of unintuitive. There's A heat sinks. Play them in the other order so I can get more card draw. I mean, that's a pretty good turn right there. I can just amplify creative AI here. Sure. Yep, because we'll be defended against all of those regardless. Ooh, power potion's actually a really great pickup for us as well. This is like a great complement of orbs for us. Turbo heat sinks. Oh my gosh, yes. I actually think I just used the double energy here. No need to use the turbo. All right. Also defended for this turn, and everything except buffer. Forgot that I was double playing. All right. I've got to get another intangibility out there, unfortunately. Because next turn, this guy's doing 11 by 2. I really don't want to take that. Actually, I already have the Philosopher's Stone, so it's 13 by 2. Yikes. Let's turbo before we buffer. Then I'll amplify a self-repair, get another zap out there. Okay, this should just be a hell of a lot of damage. And then next turn, the enemy dies. And I've also got 3 chances of buffer just in case. Beautiful. Electrodynamics is insane. Static Discharge. Whenever you take attack damage, channel to lightning. I think I actually take that because it's going to be a really easy way for us to channel lightning if I use intangibility but I don't defend myself. Is there anything here I desperately need to upgrade? Like, those 2 white noises would be much better upgraded, but I actually kind of most of the time get to play them regardless. So I think it's Dig. Calipers. At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of it. It's not super likely to trigger for us. Actually going to go off to the left. I wasn't initially planning this direction, but I think we're fine. Or rather, I think we will be. Okay, another apparition in this hand will be fine. No apparition in this hand, but we do have buffer. Unfortunately, that buffer is going to prevent these 2 hits from actually occurring. And as a result, we're not going to get all of the static discharge we want. Okay, I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to amplify static discharge. This was basically just so that I could draw into an apparition so that I can do what I'm about to do, which is turbo double energy. Electrodynamics, defragment, zap, apparition, 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 apparition. Don't play chill. So here I'm going to take 1 hit and generate 5 lightning orbs. And they always attack both of my enemies. And now that there's only one enemy, it attacks it twice. Strawberry, raising max HP by 7, as well as a lot of other cards. It's really unfortunate we haven't been able to find Storm at all in this run, but we're doing kind of well despite that. Oh, beautiful. There's a Storm. Not really where I want it to be, but it's fine. At the very least, we've got the emotion chip constantly triggering. Hey, and electrodynamics as well as another apparition. Okay, we're fine. Hell yes. Storm? No. All right, mummified hand, whetstone, deep cell. Damn. I actually don't even have 2 attacks for whetstone to upgrade. We'll dig here, get the anchor, start each combat with 10 block. Not bad. There's a capacitor as well as a gold-plated cables. Rough. I actually really want the gold-plated cables there. Capacitor's also not that bad. I'll take it. Okay. A glowing tesseract. So is there anything here that I want? How many debuffs do I have in my deck? Because I think I have none. Yeah, I currently have no debuffs in my deck, which means that it's going to be really, really difficult to affect the enemies with any debuffs. That is to say, Dono and Deca, because they start with 2 artifacting each, which means that Trip, Strangle, Dark Strangle, what's it called? It lowers the enemy's strength by 9 this turn. Upgrade lowers it by 15 this turn at 0 energy. Dark Shackles, there we are. Strangle. And Blind are all going to be useless. I think as a result of that, I actually end up taking... Because, like, how likely is it that I get Panache? Actually, you know what? I end up healing, like, every single fight by at least 10, so I can... Apotheosis? Most of my deck is already upgraded, so we'll look at that again, but there's 3 Enlightenments in this deck. We're definitely taking a Finesse here, probably Enlightenment in the first one. We could take Mind Blast, which would immediately upgrade itself, courtesy of the Molten Egg. Problem is that becomes basically no damage as the fight goes on, because treat power cards as exhaust because they go out of your active play deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 of these cards leave our deck, so Mind Blast becomes bad. There's also literally 1 card that Enlightenment hits, so I think we just don't take that. I'll take the Apotheosis, though. I was about to say I'm a little worried I'm going to draw into an Apparition because then I'm actually obliged to play both of them. I'm not going to play the Chill though because I do want, if my enemy gets 1 by 3 this turn, I want them to use it. Good. So I'm actually not going to block here at all if I can avoid it. Well, now all those Apparitions are upgraded, so I can just leave them in the deck until they're available and useful. So that was basically just to get me a bunch of lightning orbs. Let's amplify that and this. Now we'll turbo before we double energy, and then we'll just play again a bunch more stuff. Capacitor buffer for when it gets bad, so I guess I'm actually defending this turn then. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's dual cast for 1 billion damage. Art of War, if you don't play any attacks during your turn, gain an extra energy next turn. That's fine, because we oftentimes play no attacks. Hello World upgraded. This is kind of disappointing. I think I keep Power Potion over another Essence of Steel, but it's closer this time. Again, I would like Dark Shackles to affect our Overlords here, but we're not going to be able to get it to happen, so let's kind of just forget that. Dig again. Vajra started combat with 1 strength. Yes, fine. Single copy Electrodynamics played. It's fine. I don't need to play Self-Repair yet. And we can actually hold on to our apparitions until they're available, courtesy of the Apotheosis. That's something I should have considered, that the Apotheosis was going to give us that ability. To just wait. 40 damage incoming. Unfortunately, we still haven't got heatsinks played, so this is, you know, of limited use. Right. I have to play an apparition there if I don't want to lose both of my charges of buffer. Just need more lightning out on the field. Creative AI is a really good pickup for us. All's good. All's good here right now. Basically just trying to cycle back into that zap as many times as is humanly possible. We will use dual cast here. Alright. Apparition defend. Static Discharge is just not going to do anything for us this entire fight, and I've just kind of come to terms with that. Let's amplify heat sinks. That allows us to play 2 more powers. And it's literally all about getting back to zap. 36 we're defended against. The enemy is doing 42 damage. They would hit our thing once. I think I let that happen. Oh, no, we're defended against 44, of course. Of course. They still break through and break one of our buffers, but there is an important difference there. All right, well, there's our first Echo form. We'll see how many we end up getting. Anything that draws would now get us another zap, but looks like that's not going to happen. We need to get one of... Oh my god, second Echo form. I mean, I can either amplify double play Echo form or I can just naturally double play Echo form. It double plays either way. Did that just double play Zap as well? You even tried to. Why are we double playing everything? Not that I'm mad about it, mind. But I just didn't think that was how that was going to go down. So in terms of HP, we are still yet immaculate. Let's double play Creative AI. It's kind of just necessary to do. Beautiful. Get to cycle those a ridiculous amount. We'll dual defend. That backliner has 74 HP. We'll play Amplify. And 2 Electrodynamics, 3 Electrodynamics. Just play all of the Electrodynamics. Because then we can get 1 zap to deal... What was it going to be? 100 damage to an enemy? 0 energy, 100 damage. 1, 1, 1, 1. The blue base is under attack. I love it. That was a GD wild build. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. That has been the power of electrodynamics I was trying to show you last run, but it didn't turn up. However, in this run, it did, and then Storm didn't turn up. Like, I can either get Storm or electrodynamics, apparently, on camera. Off camera, I get both of them at the same time, and everything is buck wild. We'll see if we get that at some point in the future. For the moment, though, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.